Okay. Okay. Okay, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Keep it up, your energy. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Who is protecting the children? Um, okay. Hello, everyone. Dio, hurry up, get in. Okay, please put the timer down. 4:45. Let me know. I'm just gonna go ahead and stop it. I have an emergency, so I have to attend to her. So good afternoon from here. Good evening in Nigeria or West Africa and UK people. How is everybody? I'm just going to round off this series today. Who is protecting the children? I'm going to wrap this up today. My summer is getting so busy. So I may not have time, but I need to finish this. Helping survivors heal, the journey beyond trauma. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi, Richard, Richie. Consistency, this consistency, eh? Hey, thank you. Thank you for your encouragement. It's not easy. Honestly, I'm not finding it funny. You can see that I looked stressed. I am stressed. If you don't see it, I know that I am stressed. I have a lot going on. A lot going on. So you see that my consistency, eh? Emi Gomo, I moheli ara mi. I'm hyping myself. It's not easy. It's not been easy for me. This summer has been very, very busy. Privately, business-wise, job-wise, family life is not been easy. So if you don't see this stress, Emma Tommy, more stressing and more feel stressing. I am feeling my stress. I am feeling it. Especially today. I did not want to come, but I want to finish this. I just want to finish this topic. So thank you, my friend, Otumba, my BFF. Thank you that your time, my son. May God continue to strengthen me. Amen. And you too, and everybody. It's not easy, honestly. Especially if you're not being paid for something. This consistency, amigo, Mohila Rami. Anyway, let me shut up and just start. You see the scripture, Psalm 147, verse 3. It says, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. I hope I will not divert because I don't have much time today. So I'm going to try and stick to my notes today. I'm going to try and stick to my notes today. But you see, if you're watching me, a lot is going on. A lot is going on. Let me forget my stress right now. A lot is going on in the world. A lot is going on in the world, okay? Today alone, I have seen two obituary on Facebook. I just quickly went in. Is it Facebook or Instagram? I can't even remember. Today, Saint Janet. I never like her music because it's like me. I'm a lover of God to the core, and you know, I'm not just a fan, but sometimes I will laugh at how she turns the Christian songs to her own isokuso. I saw that she died, and then this lady, because she's no longer a girl, Tokwe Oshoba. Is it Oshoba? Oshoba or something. Tokwe, I love that girl. She's one of this Hollywood, Nollywood actress. And I've been watching her for some time. I know she was sick one time, then she came online and she would put her name on post. Every post she was putting her name and say, please go and watch my movie. Please, please, please help me. I'm trying to come back to life. I'm trying to survive. Please go and watch my movie. She is I love her acting. She's so real. I love her acting. And every time she put that, please go and watch my movie. I watch her movie. I'm not that kind of a movie TV person. But just because she acts, I watched. And opened Instagram today. I saw that she is no more. Honestly, that I don't know her personally. It broke my heart. It broke my heart like, oh my God, this girl is gone like that. So let me just tell you, you may be in your right mind. You may not be stressed like me. You may be in a very good place and you have no problem. You see, some of us, we do. We have problem. I am not sick right now, praise God. 2 weeks ago, I broke my back, not my bones. So I messed up my muscles. I just bent down in my own kitchen. The week before, like 3 weeks ago, I told you I was going on a 1 week vacation. And this is why I'm stressed. Because the time I was supposed to go on vacation, I could not. I packed, hey, Jesus, I packed my suitcases too. Because I was just going to dress up, go eat, go have fun, go to the gym if I had to. I just wanted to leave home. I wasn't traveling. I booked an hotel in Bucket. Expensive hotel. I just wanted to have my own time. Expensive hotel. 45 minutes from my house. I packed my bag. I haven't done shopping in a long time. I just wanted to feel summer. I went and bought like very nice, like 1 week short dresses. Tori mo kàn fẹ́ feel okay for mi. Packed my bag. You would think I was going away for 1 month. It was just supposed to be 5 days. And I packed, took a shower on that Sunday morning. And I was supposed to go in the afternoon. Check-in is 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. I can't remember. And I went to the kitchen like, okay, let me just look around. And my son was moving out of the house that weekend. So I said, okay. It was busy. I said, let me just make sure the house is clean and everything. Tommy was still home. And that one, she's a finicking lady. So behave yourself around her. So I wanted to make sure everything was in order. Went into my kitchen, bent down to pick something. I don't bend, I squat because of my job. So I know I'm supposed to squat. And age too. Boom, for me to get up, I could not stand up. In my own house. I wasn't at work. Oh. It's not like I was on the table working on somebody. In my own kitchen. And I screamed. Then I realized I was the only person at home. Emi Nikonimo Wanli. Ah, I looked left and right. Who would I call? 911. There was no phone. My phone was not around me. I had to, I mean, I could not stand up. I had to crawl. to go upstairs. I was on the floor for like a minute in my bedroom. Even for me to get on the bed, hey, it was like I was climbing Okeeremo. If you know how tall Okeeremo is in Nigeria, I felt like I was climbing the mountain just to get up on my bed, like lay down on my bed. Do you understand? Eventually, I got on the bed. I was on that bed, hey, for the whole of my vacation. It was, it was bad. It was really, really bad that I'm telling you now. Now I can laugh. I can talk about it. It was really, really bad. First, I didn't want my son to know because he was moving. I didn't want him to think like, can I leave this woman alone? Because he has moved out before. Good afternoon, everybody. I am sorry. I don't have much time today, so I'm just going to keep talking. But I acknowledge you. Thank you for joining me. We're finishing this series today, protecting the children. I don't want my son to know because I don't want him to feel bad like, hey, I'm leaving this woman like this. My daughter wasn't home. Eventually, when she came, I told her what happened. She's like, oh, are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. Want to go to the hospital? I said, no, me, a lot of hospital. But don't tell your brother. That was really, really bad. I even forgot to call the hotel to cancel. So definitely they charged me for the one night. And that was an expensive hotel. I just wanted to feel, I just wanted to make myself, I just wanted to enjoy my summer. Like, hey, God, I just want to, anyway. And on that bed, I was thinking, eventually I wrote something like, you know what, sometimes we plan and God will just, God will slow you down on your pace. I could not find any reason why that should happen. But eventually, me, I don't stay too long on a pity party. I consoled myself like God just wanted it to happen like that to slow me down on this pace to for me. But God should have just allowed me to go and enjoy in that hotel. He should have just made that happen. My house is comfortable enough. I just wanted to leave the house. So I will not be thinking about I want to cook. I will not be thinking about I want to go and warm food. I will not be thinking about nothing. But it didn't happen. You know how many people will leave home and will never come back? You know how many people, it's my job. So I see people all the time. I mean, I treat people with pain. How many people will just come affairs a calling only around? How do you say that in English? Me go Igbo. Like in your own home, in my own kitchen, no move compare anything there did wala there. Do you understand? My back is better. It's better now. I actually don't feel that pain. It was just right here in my hips. And why I went to that is, you see that 1 week that I was on the bed, I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything. Well, I forced myself. I think the third day I was able to go downstairs because I had to exercise. So I was able to go downstairs, get food. I just didn't want my kids to know it was that serious. I don't want it to feel like it was serious, even though it was. In that 1 week, my emotion was like up and down. I was mad. I was upset, at people. You send me messages. I did not respond. It's not like you want to give me anything. You want to take from me. And you're still angry that I'm not responding. So you shall always see me low. People have to be kind. You have to be kind. And if you're that person that, like, okay, somebody's always getting you, you can always call somebody because she got you. Don't just call people when you need help. Don't do that. Message, I have, my students, they will just message me like, Dr. What are you doing? Even though sometimes I may not even respond because I don't have time or I may not see it on time, I feel happy. Like at least somebody remember to check on me. People are going through a lot. That's all I want to say. People are going through a lot of trauma. A lot of things are happening. Be kind. Show that act of kindness, even if you're a wicked person, if you're evil, sometimes maybe in just one day in the whole year, just just show that that you have some human feelings, that you're kind. You see that talk Temi Tokwe that died. I think one day I read when she will put, please go and watch my movie, support my craft, support my work, support me. Somebody said something to her one day, and I wanted to reply, but I don't like talking to people online unless I know you. I wanted to say what was on my mind, like somebody just did something, a movie, and she was begging, like, please watch my movie. And your response was so evil, was so wicked towards her. I'm very sure when that person see her obituary today, she will go and say, rest in peace. She will probably even put a picture on her page, like, hey, this girl don't pie. Let's show kindness to one another. People are going through a lot. And I'm going to take that back to the children. Who is protecting the children? You see, I've talked a lot. I think this is the 4th week or the 5th week. So I'm going to round this up. It's supposed to be 8 weeks series. I am tired mentally, emotionally. Gbogbo eli, I am exhausted. So I'm going to round this up today. Do you understand? The topic for today is still who is protecting the children, helping survivors heal the journey beyond trauma. You see, when you, as an adult, when you inflict pain on a child by molesting a child, that trauma lingers on. That trauma lives for a very, very long time. And this is why I get really, really angry and upset when you people are enabling a pedophile, a predator online. You think Kilo Shetoju Oshiri, you think, oh, he has gone to prison, at least he served the term. Really? Oh, at least God has given him a second chance. Really? Who is protecting the child? Who is there to console the child? Who is there to help the child through trauma? Because you may not know that's a very traumatic experience for that child. A 5-year-old that was molested is now a 40-year-old adult, is now a 50-year-old adult, still going around carrying that trauma of what somebody did to them. You see, it is in Nigeria that you don't take this serious. In this side of the world, in this country, it is a very, very serious offense when you commit an offense against a child, against children, against elderly people. I saw a Nigerian man that was just jailed. I think it's on bail now. I saw it on Auntie Adoni. That is where I go to get my aproko and see what is going on. And I saw, was it 2 days ago? I don't even know when she did it, but I saw that yesterday. This 64-year-old man was just released on bail, $70,000 bail. It's a 64-year-old Nigerian man. He's been in this country for 35 years, I think. Because I'm very forgetful right now. That's my own kind of trauma. I'm being forgetful now. Do you understand? You lived in this country for 35 years. You're 64 years old. Now you're being held. What did he do? He sexually molested a 70-year-old woman. In the whole of this world, in the whole of this country, in the whole of your state, you don't see a woman that you like, that you can go and be sucking her boobs. They caught him sucking a 70-year-old woman boobs in a, I don't know if it's an elderly home or a people with disability. I think this woman is a disabled person, the person that she abused, because 70-year-old is still active. So definitely, I think this woman has some kind of disability. And I think somebody suspected him. So they put a camera in this woman's room. Some cameras are this tiny. When I was working in assisted living, I always tell my team, if I hire new people or they hire new people, you know, I always tell my team, like, you know what? When you come into this place, believe that any angle, anywhere, even in the toilet, I'm not saying we have cameras in the toilet, but I'm telling you, anywhere you are, just have it in your mind that there is a camera watching you, because some children will put camera in their parents' room, they will not tell you, even though they're supposed to tell us that there's camera. Some will put it on their door like there's a camera here. Some, I've seen couple of them that they did not even tell us they have camera. Is that legal? Well, they're trying to protect their loved one, right? Even though they probably will tell the director, and the director may not tell me. I always tell my team, I'm always the supervisor, and I will tell them, that's a camera every room you enter. That's a camera everywhere you turn. So whatever you're doing, believe that there's somebody watching you. So I think that's how they got this man, 64-year-old. If it's Nigeria now, some people will be online arguing like, well, she's 70-year-old woman. At least she's an adult, right? You don't know nothing. Trauma, trauma. Children living with trauma of what happened. The best scripture that I can get for this is Psalm 147, verse 3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. I don't know what wounds you're carrying around. I don't know what has happened to you. You may not have been in any kind of being molested or anything, but whatever life has thrown at you that is making you, that is traumatizing you, believe that God can heal whatever you're carrying around. Believe that there is a God, and He does miracles, and He can heal you. Do you understand? So this is still our child protection series. If you are just joining, I have 1 hour to finish this. May God help me. This conversation may be very difficult. It may be very different. Over the past few weeks, I have talked about a lot of things about this thing. We've talked about grooming. We've talked about why children stay silent. But tonight, I want to speak about those that survived, who survived, to the man that has never told anyone, to the woman that still carries, that still cries every night. This is what people tell me. At 50, she still cries. Like, she will just remember what was done to her when she was 14 and still cry. And that story that I said I was going to share with you last week, this woman said, can I talk to you? I said, yes. He said, when I was 13, my uncle put me on his lap. She even said it raw, like raw. It was really, really raw. Like she just didn't hold back and raped her. She reported to her mother. Her mother said, shut up. That did not happen. She was living with her grandmother. She told her grandmother. Grandmother said, hey, nobody must hear this. In between grandmother and the mother, they shush her mouth. This uncle is married, has a wife. This uncle has his own children. Do you understand? So at 14 years old, they messed her up. She was still living with her granny. Later, the granny now sent her to this same uncle to go and live with. Because why? Her mother left her and traveled overseas. She was living with the uncle. So she said for the next 1 year, uncle was just molesting her anyhow, anyhow. And she dare not tell the wife. The grandmother, it is so sad because when a child reports to you, yeah, they say she's hallucinating. No, it's a lie. It did not happen. But in your head, you know it happens. I will never doubt my children. And I believe they will never lie to me. Whatever they tell me, because since they were young, I've seen you tell me anything. Even if you know that I may buy you, just tell me first and see if I will buy you or will not buy you. If anybody tells you they will buy you if you tell, you know what? I will get to know. I always threaten them like, I will get to know first. Maybe I will buy you before that person. So you better trust me enough to tell me as your mother. So I believe my children will tell me anything. You will be shocked sometimes when we're talking. You think we're just friends. I relate to my children like even when they were little, we talk as friends, like just come on. The only one that is left with me at home now, that one is my gist partner. At least I went to her room. I said, it's just you and I, oh, madam. You are my gist partner. If you like, abandon me in my room. Go and stay in you. I know you're busy, but still make your children feel comfortable to talk to you. So a stranger, an outsider, one family member will not threaten them. Do you understand? It's not only about sexual abuse or about any abuse. It is very, very important for your children to trust you. It is very, very important for them to be able to come to you. Safety first. Make your children feel safe around you. Make them feel safe around you. Let me say it the third time. Make your children feel safe around you. So to that man who has never told anybody what happened to you at 14, at 2, can a 2-year-old remember? You may be shocked. At 5 years old, please, to the adult who smiles on the outside, but you're still carrying the pain of a child inside of you. No wonder you can't love anyone. One guy told me, said, Doctor, I can never love anybody. I try, but I can't. And I said, what happened to you? Because sometimes it may not be an abuse, it may just be a family, a parent that has failed you. You were never showed love. So you don't know what love is. You don't know. You don't know the color of love. All you have witnessed in your life is hatred or somebody treating you anyhow, even your own parent. So some people don't even know what they don't know what love is. They don't know. They've never been shown love. So you want him to marry and be doing loving dovey, like for where? Or you want her to say, I love you. She may say it, but she doesn't know the color of that. She doesn't know how to do that. Do you understand? She does not know how to do that. Before we begin, I want you to hear this from my heart. What happened to you should never have happened. If an adult has abused you in any way, in any form, it was not your fault at that time. It is still not your fault right now. You deserve to be protected by an adult. Maybe that did not happen. You deserve to be believed. Maybe you told somebody and they thought you were hallucinating, they thought you were lying. Well, that's not your fault too. You deserve to be safe. An adult was supposed to keep you safe, and you deserve to be able to trust an adult. Whatever happened, if no one has ever told you this, I am telling you, it is not your fault now. It was not your fault right then. Do you understand? So I'm praying for you. If you're a survivor, if you are a victim, carrying visible or invisible wounds, may the Lord wrap you in his hands. I pray that the Lord will wrap you in his love. It will give you hope where there has been despair. I pray that the Lord will restore what traumas tried to steal from you, because it's not lost though. You're still alive. You're still hearing me. You can still hear me. You can still see me. So not you may have lost a lot. They may have stole something from you. Trauma may have tried, let me say tried to steal something from you. May the Lord restore everything back to you. And may the Lord surround you with safe people, wise counsel to help you. This month, I said, learning to heal. This year, Ambassador Fatima, I see you. How are you, darling? This month, I just heard that learning to heal. And I thought, God, I thought I am healed. And that spirit said, no, this is not for you. I want you to help some people. So I said, oh God, this month, do I have this time? So I said, okay, my team, everything I do this month is going to be about learning to heal. Some of you have to learn to let go. You have to learn to surrender. You have to learn to heal. Trauma doesn't end when the abuse stops. Trauma actually starts when that first that first contact with that person that abused you. That's the beginning. And when the abuse ends, maybe you left, maybe something, somehow God rescued you from that abuse, right? Trauma does not end there. It continues. That's when I still have adults sit here crying. I touched somebody yesterday. He came for he was complaining about his neck pain and then lumbar pain, like the lower back pain. And the moment I touched myself, oh my God, you are hard as a rock. He said, yes, doctor. And for whatever reason, I know I have healing hands. Apart from, you have license to touch people. When I touched this guy, he just started to cry for whatever reason. I said, okay, what's going on? Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. So I let him cry his cry. This man is not a child. Oh. This was a 62-year-old grown man, a grandpa, because he told me he has grandchildren. He just started crying. Anyway, at the end of the day, so I said, stand up. He said, oh, I feel some relief. I said, good. Stand up. I want to hear what happened. Now look at me. First of all, he came late for he came late for the pain is deep. He came late for his appointment. Ordinarily, my veterans, these military people, they are always on time. They tell you when they are right there on the time, they are already late. So they come early. So I'm like, what's wrong with this man? And that was not his first time of seeing me. I said, okay, let me go and eat lunch. Then he came in. So I said, what happened? Why are you late? He said, is something happened at home? He just look at me and say, can I talk? I said, yes, I want to hear what's going on. The case you are reporting now is similar to the one you attended to in Surulere in Lagos around 2017. The lady is married now with kids, but still lives with the trauma. May God heal her. Amen. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Oh, Richard, we need to... Every time you talk about some of these things we did together, I feel like, oh, I want to, I want to go back to that. Maybe we should go back to that show. The case you are reporting now is similar to the one you attended to in Surulere, Lagos in 2017. She's married now. Yes. Oh my God. Sometimes I feel like we will still do. Let me just finish what I'm doing this year. This year is already busy. We need to talk, Richard. We need to go back to what we know how to do. And this time, I'm going to involve Fatima, Ambassador Fatima. I've been thinking about what we are going to do. We have a lot to do. You see that next year. It's going to be very busy for us. I'm still trying to put things together. And then Dr.O of Lagos. So now I'm gathering my team in my head. We have a lot of people that this one is going to be better than what we did in those days. 2017, that was 9 years ago. Jesus, doctor, you don't try. Oh, Richard, you see why I cannot get rid of this guy. He's one of my best friends. Anyway, let me go back to what we were talking about. Let me go back to what we were talking about. Richard, oh, how do I get you out of here? Um, Hold on. Okay. I'll just leave it too, because I don't even know how to get it out of there. Let me just leave it. Yes, Fatima, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm coming to Nigeria later in the year. We're gonna plan this. Good afternoon, Auntie Dami. What was I talking about? Hey, Jesus, and I don't have time today. I can't even think straight. Okay, I was talking about that 62-year-old man. So this man looked at me. I said, why did you come late? He said, if I tell you, will you believe? I said, of course I will. He told me he forgot his appointment. Like he almost forgot. It was his wife that reminded him. I said, what happened? He said, they told him he has dementia. I said, oh my God, no, 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 because I've worked in memory care before. I've worked with people with dementia before. And yes, people have dementia. Good afternoon, Don. in their early ages now. You know, you're thinking about dementia in the people in their 80s and 90s. People, trauma will make you have dementia, early dementia, you know, Alzheimer, trauma. How you day? Well, I'm stressed. Me, I know the lie. Trauma will make you have dementia. Trauma would make you. Why is my what's my this thing not? Anyway, if you can't see me again because this I forgot to charge this iPad. I'm gonna still be on TikTok. So if Facebook just vamoose, come to TikTok, I beg. You understand? So I look at him. I'm just trying to tell you the effect of trauma. It's some kind of trauma. It's war. It's been to like 2 or 3 wars. You understand? And now he now told me yesterday, like I said, but I thought you getting better. I said yes. I thought so too, but he has dementia. Trauma would do damages to you. Let me just put it there. You understand? Many people believed that healing begins the moment the abuse ends. No, it is not true. If you don't do anything about it, you're still traumatized. You may try to cover it. You may try to forget about it. What happened, happened. You did not get help. A lot of people don't get help, especially those of you in Africa. No, nothing, no therapy, nothing. You get the older you become, something else will happen. It may be an accident, it may be a bad marriage, it may be loss of somebody, loss of a job, loss of something that would trigger the trauma you already buried down. Do you understand? Something will just bring it out. It may be an emotional trauma, it may be a physical thing, it may be anything. Will just trigger the one you thought you buried. For many survivors, you know, the abuse ended years ago, but the trauma remains. Trauma can continue to affecting how you think, how you trust people. A lot of people are just married for oh, we can marry. Before my mom starts disturbing me, let me go and marry. How you relate to people, even how your bodies respond to stress, it will just trigger what you thought you buried. That does not mean that healing is not possible. It is possible. It is possible. It means healing often takes time. You know, with my divorce, I'm telling you, I can say this year is the year that I've been okay, that I have been really, really okay. I've been through series of emotional trauma, mental trauma. At the time, I would tell people I am on zero. I am on that zero level of, I have nothing. It's like my brain will just, you know, all the schools that I did in the last 5 years, I don't even know how I passed. I don't know how I got a 4.0 GPA. I will be joking with my sister, like the angels did the exam. I will be like, I will be reading, I will not be able to understand. And I will do exam, I will get 90, I will get A. How did I pass with a 4.0 GPA? How did I get into the how did I get into I don't know. But I know I was really, really traumatized. I will be reading, I will not understand. I may be looking at you, you think I'm looking at you. No, I will be in class, my mind will be far away. If you ask me what I'm thinking about, I don't even know what I was thinking about. I just knew I was not in the room. I was not hearing you, I was not listening. Healing takes time. So don't let anybody rush you. But you need to make an attempt to get help. The invisible ones, childhood trauma is the most difficult. It doesn't always leave scars people can see. Well, it's not like we go survive in Jesus' name. It does not leave the scar that people will see. Where is the scar? You see this immunization we get when we were young. You see, it's still there. Oh. You see this, you know, yes, I got immunized. I got immunization. You know, the deep wounds you won't see is invisible. Sometimes it shows as fear of trusting people, difficult setting boundaries, feeling not good. You don't even feel good about yourself. You have low self-esteem. You have anxiety, depression. People will be going in and out of depression. People pleasing. You just want to please people. You want to be accepted. Perfectionism. Everything has to be perfect. Anger. Hey, anger. Isolation. You isolate yourself. You don't want to mingle with people. I worked with one girl. She would just do her job and go. You wouldn't. Where is this girl? She would never come for anything to social gathering or anything. One day I called her, I said, if you're working with me, we're a team here. If you're working with me, no way, you cannot do me. As long as you're at work, we're a team. If you don't want to be my team, you can go to daytime. You see, this our night shift. We are one team. We work together. We do things together. You cannot be by yourself. Do you understand? If you need to talk to me, come and talk to me. If you need to share something, if you need help, let's see how you can get help. But you can't come to work and go do me. No, there's no do me here. Isolation. They can't trust people. They have difficulty with healthy relationships. That one, I can go on and on and on that healthy relationships. Feeling emotionally numb. That was the time I was I was emotionless, if that is the right word. I don't feel, me or what? No. Now I'm struggling to like love people, especially men. With what happened when your heart is broken, it takes time. It takes time, even as an adult, it takes time to be able to trust. It takes time to be able to open that heart. So you can imagine a child that has been put in a hole, in a dungeon. That's the way you should think about it. That child has been in a dungeon, just pretending like you're existing. Invisible wounds. Many survivors spend years asking, what's wrong with me? Some when I'm doing inner healing for adults, some of them they had buried that thing. So they don't want to think about it. And that is the problem. Thinking about what is wrong with me. To crack some people to go back to what happened. Why are you like this? Who turned you to this? Why are you this grumpy person? Why are you this evil person? Why are you this wicked? Go back to digging, like what happened? Who did this to you? Like, if I want to be like, I'm talking to someone, "Talo ba ti ẹ jẹ́," you ask that question, like, who did this to you? How did you become this? You see some comments on Facebook, you'll be like, "Talo ba ti eléyìí jẹ́? Talo daran, who did this to this person?" Because God made us like, you have to be kind. Who made you this terrible person? Something happened. It may not be childhood, but something must have happened to you. Nobody gives back to wickedness. Something must have happened. Let's power tap into our TikTok. Something must have been happened. That's the fact. Finding it difficult to trust now. Yeah. What happened? Maybe the question is, what happened to me? What happened to me? Understanding the difference can be the beginning of healing. You need to sit yourself down one day, like, why am I wicked? Why am I so why am I so numb emotionally, mentally? Why am I like this? She's back today. He says she's back today. I'm back, Oboglo. Who did this to me? Childhood trauma is one of the painful trauma, very hard to heal. But hey, the good news is it is possible. I just wish everybody can make an attempt like, okay, how can I help myself? Who can help me? What can I do to get help? Healing is not forgetting what happened to you. One of the biggest misconception, the same thing like you're mad at somebody and they're telling you forgive. You think, no, it's not. I'm not telling you to forget what happened to you. No, you don't forget what happened to you. One of the biggest misconceptions is that healing means pretending nothing happened. It happened though. Me, I don't even know how to pretend. It happened. Healing does not erase your history. Healing changes relationship with it. The memory may remain, but it no longer has control over your identity. We talked about identity a lot. I've talked about identity a lot. In the singles class, I talked about identity. We talked a lot about identity when we did that 28 declutter in December. And I think I did the same thing in January when we did that 7 days. You don't want to be controlled by your past, by what happened. So you need to make an attempt to get healing. As a counselor, over the years, I have sat with many people. Hey, Jesus, many people, thousands of people. I'm not exaggerating, carrying childhood wounds. As I mean, I've seen tears that had been held back for decades. You know, an old man was crying, and you like, what happened? You know, going deep. Sometimes you have to go deep to get it out. He went deep. I think he's been trying to bury that part of his life, his past. Now they told him he has dementia. It's like, what happened to me? How did dementia happen to me at 62? It's like, Doc, I don't know. I'm a very smart person. I said, I know. I mean, I've seen you a couple of times. I'm a very smart person. How can I even forget my own appointment? I say, calm down. It's okay. You know, you can. There are helps. You know, you do some cognitive therapies. You know, you can be helped. You know, you can roll back the clock. You don't have to continue to be like this. But if you're trying to avoid that problem, well, that dementia may just go very fast. And you'll be like, what happened? In a matter of 6 months, it can really, really deteriorate like really, really fast. Do you understand? And I've also learned some important thing. Healing is not about becoming the person you were before the trauma. No, you don't have to be. I can tell you that I'm a better person pre everything that has happened in the last 6 years. I'm a better person than when that happened 6 years ago. I know that I'm a better person. I know that I feel better. I know, you know, the who I was then is not the same who I am right now. I have healing has helped me to even become a better person. So I don't want to go back to the Dr.O of 2020. No, my life has changed. My reasoning has changed. The way I think, the way I see life, the way I feel. I'm in a better place. I feel better. I'm so happy. If I tell you how much I have spent on therapies, I have my therapy on a standby. You know, sometimes I want to share because sometimes we just do chat instead of talking. Sometimes I just want to because I want to, and then sometimes I will record and I will ask AI to transcribe for me, and I'll be reading the script. I'll be like, oh my goodness. So most times now I will tell him I don't want to do audio or video. Can we chat? We'll be like, okay, 1 hour. And sometimes I want to share just for you to see the process. And I think I will begin to do this in my subscribers. That's why they're subscribing anyway. I will think I will do that for my subscribers, just to see the process of healing, what I've been through. And sometimes I still feel like, oh, I need to talk to my therapist. I still did on Monday. Like, I need to talk. Like, okay, you want to come on Zoom? I said, no, I just want to chat. We just be going back and forth. You will be responding. And I'll be like, I need to post this for people to read, for people to learn. And it's a very, very, it's that kind of therapist, since I've been working with him in the last 5 years, that man can write a book about me. Do you understand? It's like he's now in my brain, One sentence that I give him, it will come back. I'll be like, oh God, this man is knowing me too much. It's nothing, it's just work. It's just a therapist. Nothing sexual, nothing, no attachment, nothing. I think I'll post that. I will be posting that in my subscribers for you to read. Just, maybe sometimes, some things are personal. Some of these things are personal. So I don't want to bring that to the old social media, but it's nothing that I cannot share. Maybe people will see that process and be encouraged, like, okay, maybe I need a therapist. Maybe I need somebody to help me. What healing can look like? Healing may include acknowledging what happened. You have to acknowledge first before you can even go into that process of getting help. Learning healthy boundaries. You have to set boundaries. And I always tell people when I say set boundaries, I am not telling you to build a fence. People are going through a lot, unfortunately. Let me put this up. Where is it? Where is it? Sure. People are going through a lot. Unfortunately, we have very few professional therapists who are willing to help victims walk through healing processes. God bless you for all you do. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, people are going through a lot of, you know, I approach a couple of churches in Nigeria, like I want to train their staffs because I sent somebody that told me she's a counselor. I said, "Are you certified?" She said, "Yes." I know they don't have license. I don't think they have license in Nigeria like us here. We have a body, we have license. You have to go through the, series of certification and license. She said she's certified. I said, okay. So I sent somebody to her. This girl called me and said, Dr. O, please don't ever send anybody to this woman again. I said, why? If it's a man, I would say, did he make an advance at you? He said, excuse me, ma. I was hurt more than I want him. I said, yay, Jesus Christ. And I think she's operating through a church. So I called her. I said, this is the feedback from the person I sent to you. No, she was actually the one that first called me like, hey, Omoye, she even came. She only stayed for 30 minutes. Are Obale. She just said she was leaving. When this girl called me, she told me what happened. I said, oh my Jesus. Oh my God. So I called her again. I said, can I talk to your pastor? Can you give me access to your pastor? Because she said she's in the counseling department. And I approached this person like, you know what? I can train your people. I won't do it for free. I used to do things like this for free, but they are a choice. They have money. They are taking tithe. I said, just pay. I'll even fly down to Nigeria myself. You don't have to buy my ticket, but you need to pay me for that time, just for you to appreciate. Oh, we don't need some training. Oh, then I told him what happened. I said, you are hurting people more than you think you are helping them. You cannot put people in sensitive places. I mean, in sensitive places and say they are ministering to people. They are counseling people. I said, this is what happened. Call your counselor and ask her. I met her on Facebook, and I sent somebody to her. And the person I sent to her is somebody that is close to me. That was why she could give me the feedback. I said, you're hurting people. So some people are just naturally gifted. They can help you. Before I became, the reason I went to get certified, 25 years ago when I went back to school, I got to the register. I said, what do you want to study? I said, I want to be a counselor. Because I know since I was little, my dad would say, Busola Kilorisi. My dad would take me to his friends. I was always the girl and I was little in the middle of these men. And they'd be like, Busola Kilorisi. And I always give them good feedback. So I was my daddy's handbag, hanging out with him, even till I left home as a 25-year-old woman to get married. I was always that Bisola Kilorisi, Kilo Sosi. So I didn't have to think like, what do I want to do? I want to be a counselor. It's easy for me to talk to people. It's easy for me to listen and just say, okay, do it this way. I may not be able to help myself sometimes because I put everybody in my head, but it is just natural. So some people are just natural. And if you just want to help, just go get certified, especially in this kind of country that we have. Nigeria, I know people just wake up and become therapists and counselor and pastors overnight. But please, if you want to help people, if it's a passion, go and get some trainings. People are suffering. People are in pain. People are going through a lot of traumas. And they sit down in your mashalashi every day. They sit down in your churches every day. They are at work every day. Every day. There is somebody around you going through some kind of pain. When I was working for people, I work for myself now. I always look at my team like, are you okay? Yes, I'm okay, Miss O. No, you're not okay. Is something going on? You have to, the way I do, they already trust me, so they know they can talk to me. You understand? You need to be that safe adult for kids around you. Like I said before in previous episodes, pay attention, open your eyes, because some of you, the children, even in your care, they are suffering. They're going through some kind of trauma you don't even know. You wake up early, you gone. Before you come back, they're already sleeping. Even when you're not sleeping, they're not sleeping. You're just busy doing your own thing. You're not paying attention. Hardly will you see someone to ask such a kind question, ma. I understand. Me, I look at you. Even if you're a client, a patient, you go through me. I look at you. Even my friends. And this is not about I see vision. Sometimes I do, but I'll just send messages to people. That's why I appreciate when people message me like, Dr. O, is everything okay with you? I'm just checking on you. When I woke up today, two people send me messages. I'm just checking on you. One of them is my friend Bimbo. I say, oh my God, that just warms my heart. Even if nothing is going on, it just makes me happy that somebody just thought in our head, like, let me check on this woman. It goes a long way. If it's somebody that I trust, that I know I can talk to, if Richard calls me now, the doctor, oh, you are okay. I'm okay. I'm okay, you are okay. If something is going on, I will open up like, you know what? Something is going on. Or no, me, we're okay. I'm not okay. I'm not feeling good. If it's just stress, I'm just stressed. You should have somebody in your life that you can trust. If you don't, go get a therapist. It's not always expensive. And if I tell you how much I spend on talking to my therapist, you know what? It makes me feel better because it helps me. It helps me. I'm not the same person I am last year. It helps me. You have to help yourself. It's part of adding value to your life. Learning to trust again, carefully and wisely. I pray about everything, oh God, the right person to talk to, the right doctor to go to, the right dentist. I think I did not pray before I chose the dentist that I have because it's like my mouth was okay before I started going to her. Whatever she said she filled. See, she even filled up my AG. I used to have a G. They fill up. I woke up, I said, oh my God, why did I sleep? What did you do to my AG? I said, where's my gap? I love that. She sealed it up. The ones that she's supposed to seal right here that she said, I have some, she is, I was thinking yesterday, I said, Bisola, you did not pray before you went to this dentist. So pray about God. I need somebody to talk to. I need somebody to open up to. God, please show me one person, just one person, if it's one person for me to talk to. A good counselor, a good pastor. Not all pastors are counselors. Please don't make that mistake. A good boss, somebody to open up to. Somebody. Sometimes it's not about them giving you another fit. It's just listening. Sometimes people will call me like, doctor, I just want to talk. I say, okay, they talk. Sometimes my patients will come here, maybe for medical massage. They just sit down there, be talking for 1 hour. I'll be like, okay. Sometimes they just want to open up. Sometimes people are just stuck up inside us. They just want to open up. Yeah, this teeth, this dentist, I'm going to change her. Like, Uncle Ba life me. That's why I've not eaten today. My sister made me asaro. I said, I'm craving asaro. She made asaro. She's been calling me all day. She motije. I said, no. I don't want to tell her it's my teeth. She will be worried. And it's that teeth. It's that teeth that they said they filled up, which is making me going crazy now. Who can you open up to? If someone trusts you enough to share their story, please don't ask, why didn't you say something sooner? When people come out and say, okay, my teacher raped me, my uncle did this to me, my auntie did that to me. The next question is, why didn't you open up sooner? Why are you just talking now? I remember when Busola Dakolo came out. Oh my God, people are castigating her. Why didn't you come out? Why didn't you say something? Why are you just coming out now? It's because he's a rich pastor. If it's not rich, you will not talk. Abba now. Instead of you to say, okay, thank you for trusting me. When somebody open up about a trauma, about something that is eating them up, don't be questioning them like that. Thank you for trusting me. I believe you. I'm here with you. Okay, I'm listening. You don't have to have all the answers. Sometimes they just want to talk. They don't need a judge. If they need a judge, they will go to court. Don't castigate, don't judge. Sometimes Your presence is more healing than your words. It's just somebody sitting down there, not judging them, not castigating, not questioning them, just listening. Just what? Listening. That alone is good enough for some people. So, if you are a survivor and you're watching me tonight, you are not broken. You are not defined by what someone else chose to do to you, especially an adult. Your value was never taken away. It is just hidden. The trauma has hidden it. The trauma is covering it. Your dignity remains. You know, I posted something, was it on Monday or yesterday? Go and check on my Instagram, go and check on my wall. I posted something about, your mindset, what you say to yourself versus what you're supposed to say to yourself. Your future is not cancelled. People will be saying, like your future is. No, your future is there. It took me 5 years to rebuild my life after a divorce. You see, those of you that know me know. Richard will call me every day. Sometimes I will not pick his call. I'm like, I'm okay. Before no. I'm okay. Before no. Talk back before no, my dear. You have American. I'll be like, okay. Then I will be like, Doctor, pick your phone. No. And that me will be like, Doctor, where the entire January the phone. Sometimes I just don't want to talk. I still feel like that sometimes. Not because of anything. This week, I don't even feel like picking my call. You have to be very, very, as in very, very close. Even patients, I won't pick your call. I'll be like, send me a message. You have to be really, really close to me, like you are the love of my life kind of people, for me to pick up my phone to speak to anybody this week. It was something that are, important. I don't feel like I'm tired, I'm exhausted. So I don't feel like, so you can imagine somebody going through some trauma. It took me 5 years to get to where I am. So healing is not being, so it's not easy. And don't listen to anybody that say, you should have let go now. No. Take your time at your own pace. Even when I come out, Fatima, let me see. Sure. Okay. Even when I come out, they said, why am I speaking out now? They don't understand that victims speak out when they are ready. When you are ready, don't let anybody push you, rush you. It's not easy. Either the trauma happened when you were young or adult or teenage, at any freaking age. I was 49 years old when they broke my heart. I'm talking about broke my heart as an adult. I'm not talking about what happened as a child. Do you understand? It is not easy. It is not easy. You have to have people that genuinely love you to be able to say, you know what, I'm right here. When you're ready to talk, or if you're ready to talk, or if you need to talk, I am right here. You need that kind of people in your life that you can trust them. Me, I always say I don't have secrets. Whatever I tell you, I can come online to say, see what is going on. You know me. And I don't feel like sharing my life. I don't feel like sharing nothing. People have been like, Doctor, what is going on? Even my therapist sent me a message yesterday. I said I was going to post that. I think she is. I have a woman and a female. So whatever I feel like, if I need to hear a man's voice or a woman's voice, whichever I will call them, like I need to talk. You understand? Like I pray, because some people will say, Doctor Okuseni Kakan, there's nobody I can trust. It is a shame because of who we are. You will talk to your friend, and the friend will be the broadcaster. You will talk to your pastor. You will see him talking about you on the pulpit on Sunday. Dayo, I don't have 40 minutes left. Oh. I don't have 40 minutes left. I told you I have an emergency. One pregnant woman is coming now. She's gets here at 5. So I have to get off this in the next, it is not 40 minutes. So in the next 20 minutes, as a matter of fact. So I can get 10 minutes to just relax before she gets here. She probably will come early too because she's a veteran. They are always on time. Do you understand? Your dignity remains. Your future is not cancelled. Your voice matters. Your voice matters. You see, this Ambassador Fatima Ishiaku. Honestly, we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do together. and my friend Otumba Richard. We have a lot. We're gonna film we have a lot to do together. Oh. I am planning in my head. And this thing, I'm not just gonna let it end on me just broadcasting. No, this is not gonna end here. This is something that I'm very, very passionate about. I don't know why God just put this in my life right now, but I know some people need this. Do you understand? Your life matters, and healing is possible. What what Fatima did, a lot of people went through that. They're still going through it, and they will never talk because of the fear of people shutting them down, the fear of who am I going to talk to, the fear of can I open up my mouth and talk about this, the fear. A therapist who doesn't have a loving heart should be avoided. You need love to heal. You need love to heal. I'm telling you, you need love to heal. Some people just do it. It's a career for some of them. It's a career for some people are not passionate about what they do, and this is that kind of job that you need passion and love to be able to help people. I'm waiting for you, doctor. I'm ready when you are ready. Trust me, we're going to do this. We are going to do this. We are going to do this. We are going to do this. I'm thinking in my head. Actually, I'm going to call both of you. It's this thing that I'm planning, and you both know what I am planning. If after September, my brain will come back to life to do other things. Okay, so practical steps towards healing. If you're beginning your healing journey, tell a trusted, I'm going to read now. I'm going to read. Tell a trusted, safe person when you're ready. Like Fatima said, you have to be ready. You have to be ready. When you're ready, it flows. And then when it flows, that is when you get healing. It's not like somebody is forcing you. It's not like you feel like you're mandated. No, you must be ready. Tell a trusted person. If you don't have any trusted person, I beg, go get a counselor, a therapist. And I hope you find one, because I know some of you that are watching me from Africa. I hope consider working with a qualified trauma-informed counselor, a mental health professional. The fear of bullying, stigma, and people telling you that your story is a lie. I know, especially when the abuser is a family member. It is so hard to deal with that. People are telling you, shut up. It's a lie, even when they know it is true. I told you I have sent 4 people to Nigeria. Me, I made that call. Because this is America, this is not Nigeria. If I do not report, I'm an accomplice. So I reported. When your child tells you that he's sleeping with me, and you say, "Gbenu song, my baby, my family, really?" One of them was the biological father. The other one was the uncle. Another one was the stepdad. Do you understand? And I think the fourth one was yeah, Abro mommy. Yes, Abro mommy. Uncle noni. Do you understand? Women do it too. It's not only about men. I made that call because this happens in this country. I heard about it, and you did not want to make a report. Me, I called the school social worker. A child told me this. I don't know. I don't know if the mother reported. I asked if she had reported, and she said no. One mother did not even want to speak to me. And I went to the school to report to the social worker. I was actually the one that called the police, because this girl was 17, about to be 18. And she thought, okay, I don't want this man to get to I don't want this man to, what's the Oyinbo? He wanted him to pay for his sin. That's how she told me. She, Dr.O, he has to pay for his sin. My mom knows about this, and she's protecting him. Who is she supposed to protect? You're supposed to protect a child first. Listen to that child first. Give that child audience first. Tell that child, I believe you. Even if you have to do your investigation and know that, okay, you're just lying against your uncle or your dad because of whatever happened, you still need to investigate. Don't shut a child down. If you are in immediate danger, or ongoing abuse is occurring, seek help from local authorities. Lagos State, I know they have that office of public defender. And I think Sister Funke shared their number or their address last week. If anybody knows it, please share it. Lagos State, at least I am very, very sure. I know Lagos State, they are pro to stuff like this. They have offices that can help you. Don't just assume there is no help. Seek help. The police are not supposed to be trusted. It has happened to me several times. I will tell people, go to the police, put your phone on record, put your phone on speaker so I can hear what they are saying. And I will be hearing some horrible things I don't know about now, because I kind of retract my step about dealing with Nigeria, domestic violence, me, le paro. In the last 2 years, I've reduced my activities. Out of 10 people that will call me, maybe I will attend to like 4. It takes time. It takes resources, your emotion, your mental, my finance. Nobody's financing me. I'm the one financing all this myself. So it's like, me olewaku. Do you understand? But try, see what you can get. I'm going to try after this. If you have any information about where people can get help in Nigeria, please send it to me. I'll print everything and post it on my wall, because I cannot just finish this topic today and just let's it's over like that. No, it takes more. It takes more, and I'm gonna try my best and do whatever I can do with the people that are on grant. Last week, Doki came on the program. I'm still gonna reach out to him. I just have a lot going on right now. So I know I have people on grant. I know I have people I can call, and you don't have to reach me. You can reach people on grant. Do you understand? Practice self-care without guilt. Stay connected to healthy community and supportive relationships. Supportive relationship. Friends, it's a wide topic. We can go on forever, but I don't want to. Seeking help is not weakness. Trying to get help, trying to heal, it is not weakness. It is courage. In fact, I always give people a hug. Can I hug you? Because it takes a lot to say I was abused. It takes a lot to say I am weak. It takes a lot to say I need help. It takes a lot to scream. It takes a lot to ask for help. It takes a lot to put yourself out there to say, this is what happened. It takes a lot. And I'm telling you, it is not weakness. It is courage. You see, my commitment to this is more than these 4 weeks or 5 weeks. This is the 5th week. It is more. This series is not just about raising awareness. It is about raising protectors. You all listening to me, you should be there. You should be a safe place for a child. You should be a safe place for friends. It should be a safe place for families. Don't just be around people. Pay attention. Sometimes I'm with people, I'm like, Dr. Okilonro, what are you looking at? I look at people straight in their eyes sometimes. When I feel something, I look at you straight into your eyes. When you want people to tell you the truth, don't just be asking. Look at them straight into their eyes. Nigerians will say, don't look at adults straight to their eyes. Or either, I will look. In this country, they taught us to look into people's eyes, to look at people. When you're talking to somebody, look at them, eye to eye. In Nigeria, we call that disrespect. In this country, it is paying attention. I pay attention. I look into people's eyes. I focus. You can't lie to me. You can't be around me and lie to me that you are okay when you are not okay. I'll figure you out. I may not say anything. Do you understand? Hugs has a special healing power. Everyone needs a hug. Everyone needs I hug my patient, or my friend be like, Doctor, can I please hug you? Yeah, hug somebody. We sexualize everything in Africa. Just hug somebody. Somebody will hug. Sometimes patients will hug me like they don't want to let go. I'll be like, okay, calm down. You are fine. You are in a safe place. Or maybe after a 1 hour session, it's like, Doc, can I just hug you? I forget if you're a man or a woman. I see a person. I see a human being. Me, I don't think like, okay, hugging me, touching my boobs or hugging my boobs is nothing to me. You are a human being. You need love. And I will show you love. Hug somebody today. Hug your children. Lagos State Resilience Office. Thank you, Otumba. Thank you. Okay. Olaide, can you write that number and send it to me? Because sometimes I don't go back to these videos. Because I'm finishing now. Somebody's already waiting for me outside. Do you understand? Teachers, you as an adult, we're raising protectors. You are protectors. If you're watching me, you've been watching me for the last 5 weeks of this series. You are a protector. Be a protector. Make yourself a protector for the children that will come in contact as a teacher, as a pastor. Teachers who notice. If you're a teacher, notice when your kids come in the morning, look at them, check them. The one that has always been active and they become passive. You want to know why. To meaning that is always happy. Or a parrot in the class just suddenly becomes passive and won't talk. You want to investigate. It may not be a case of abuse. It may be something going on at home. It may be daddy and mommy always screaming. It may be a child that needs love. Okay, Dio, thank you. Do you understand? Pay attention. Churches, Sunday school teacher, pastor. When I'm doing Sunday school, when I'm preaching in church, I look at people. They don't know that I'm looking after my sermon. Sometimes I'm in the spirit, or sometimes I'm just talking and I'm looking at people. I'm looking at your body language. I'm looking at how you're responding. I'm looking at somebody that is at the back of the build, at the back. I'm looking at Ashona that is there, that is gone. I am looking. And sometimes when I'm in the spirit, God is telling me, you sit down, you sit down. I may not talk. After the church, I'll pull you by the side. Are you okay? Is something going on? Pay attention. Don't just be a pastor. Don't just ask for tithe. Ask for how people are doing. Ask people how they are doing. You don't see somebody in church, even if you know that sister, only wala and thank God. Unless you feel, thank God, God has chased away the wala in your church. Otherwise, when you don't see somebody in church, you call them once, call them twice, they did not respond, or they responded like, Pastor, I just don't want to come to church. And you know this sister, this brother has been very active in church. Call back again in 3 months. You see my church now. The only reason I want to go to church is because I just want to go to church for God, not because they are nice people or I miss anything. Me that I'm very active in church. I don't come to church for 1 year and you stop asking after me. Daddy, I love community church. I'm a missionary to the core. I was trained as a missionary. I'm an ordained reverend. I love people. I love church. I don't like mega churches. Maybe that's why I'm scared to have my own church. I'm telling you. Because I want community church, maybe 100 people in the church, 200 people in the church, that I know everybody's name. That I know if I don't see Sister Lide in church this Sunday, Sister Lide that is always very active, Sister Lide that sweeps the floor, Sister Lide that does Sunday school, Sister Lide that is the usher, and she just stopped coming to church, and you just feel like, or you just don't miss her in church. Where people are going through a lot. You need to be that person. Sister Yabo likes to sit beside you in church, or you always sit on the same row and you stop saying Sister Yabo. And it's not like she moved out of state. And somebody say, oh, Mopelekon, I called her once. She didn't even respond. And you just forgot about Sister Yabo. You see how many people are hurt from the church. I don't want to go to that one right now because I need to get off this line right now. I'm not following AY, the comedian, but I saw his post. And that post made me to start following him. I think I'm following him now. What he said, people were castigating him. That day, it was on a Sunday. I think it was this Sunday or the past Sunday that I hurt myself, that I was on the bed. A old prophetess, a old pastor. I was on my bed on Sunday when I was supposed to be in church. Sometimes I watch online church. That day, I think it was the following Sunday that I hurt myself. I wasn't feeling good. And I saw what this guy is saying to to church. I have a prayer line. We're cool. We talk. Whatever happens in church, we do it on our own prayer line. So I feel like I'm in church every week. Every Wednesday we have prayer line. We've been together for 15 or 16 years. No, not 16 years, 2011. 2011, 15 years. No drama, nothing. We're happy. Things happen. We sort it out. That's it. That's what church is supposed to be. So I was on the bed and I was listening to this guy, and people were saying what sort of rubbish. Kiniko, kiniko. You just don't know how church has hurt people. You just don't know a lot of children that has been hurt from church. You just don't know a lot of adult that has been chased out of church because of your behavior, because of how you have treated them. Trauma goes in all forms. I can go on and on this. Do you understand? Community that refuse to look away is a community. We haven't seen Richard in church all this while, and nobody think in that church. You are not a mega church. You see all these big redeem, all these winners chapel that you have 100,000, 50,000 people in church. You may not notice, but the sister that always sit around you, the sister that always park her car beside you, the sister that is in your department, in choir, in children's, in usher, in the one that carry pastor's bag, Abby, you just feel like, well, if she doesn't come, somebody else will come to church. No, this is not what Jesus taught us. So this is not what Christianity should be. If you don't have any community, because some people go in and out of their house, especially if you are in this low, you may not know your neighbor. I was shocked, even though my neighbor, that one that I said is always intimidating me because he's a clean freak. So it will make me want to just clean my environment too. That's why I said it intimidates me. Last week, I came home early, like around 6 o'clock. I was coming out. That was my son just moved out. He's the one that will always bring out the trash can. So, and I thought, well, told me may not, which she's doing now. So I was bringing out the trash. He was bringing his own too. And he said, "Good afternoon, Dr. O." If he had said anything, I would not be shocked. I know we always wave to each other, I greet. Even the one that's a Nigerian beside me, sometimes they will pretend that they didn't see me. But this one is American. I will wave to him. Sometimes his wife is there too. They will wave to me. He will say, "Hi, hello." He said, "Good afternoon, Dr. O." In my head, I said, "Dr. O, does this guy follow me online? Because I don't know how he will know that I am Dr. O. Even if my mail has mistakenly gone into his mailbox, you will see Dr. Olubusololuwaferanmi or something. But he called me Dr. O. It must be some. I was going to ask my children. I haven't remembered to ask them, like, how does this guy know they call me Dr. O? So you may not know your neighbor. Your neighbor may not know you. But you see, when you go to mosque or church, or if you are all this traditional, that community is supposed to support you. If your church community is not supporting you, if they don't know you in church, maybe it's your attitude or their attitude, somebody's attitude. Church is supposed to be a community. Moshalashi mosque is supposed to be a community. All these Eriwo traditional people, they know themselves. Those ones, I think they're very close. Do you understand? Let's do better. Let us pay attention. Let us do better. Let people know that they are not alone. Honestly, if I have to talk about church alone, they don't care. That's the only church that I've been to in this country. No, in this state. I've been in Georgia for 16 years. I came from California. That's the only church. Sometimes I'll think about I want to go to another church. I've been to American church before. Those ones serve, they will start noticing you. It's a big church. I refused to join any department. I went back to my church. Oh, wow, I don't know. They don't care. Church is supposed to care. If you're a church people, you church people, if you are my church member and you're listening, you know me. Don't let your attitude be the reason somebody will stop coming to church. Why should you stop because of somebody? You just don't know what people are going through. I was going through a lot of traumatic experiences, traumatic times in my life. I want to come to church and feel safe. I want to come to church and feel happy. I want to come to church and look forward to coming back on Wednesday or coming back happy place. When I'm in church, please don't disturb me. That's my happy place. I want to stay focused. It's me and God. I want to hear from God. If I have to stop coming to church because, okay, you know, the way people react to things are different. I'm a very peaceful person. You understand? Church should be a home away from home. I'm telling you, my church in New Zealand, when I was in New Zealand, we are one happy family. I'm telling my kids, I said, next year we all have to go to New Zealand. I haven't been there since I left. I go to church feeling sad. You understand? You don't want to come back from church and feel sad. You don't want to be the reason somebody stopped coming to church. Check yourself. I joined CNS through Mama Beula. You all know my Mama Beula. You bring food to church, you all eating together. You don't want to think like, okay, maybe Sister Busola put something in her food. You don't want to be scared because, okay, somebody said, oh, you rest cereal. You all put your hand and dig your hand and spoon in that food and be eating. That is the church. And 3,000 were speaking in tongues in the books of Acts. The church was, people were, they were together in one accord, in one voice, in one spirit. That's a community. That's the kind of church I want to build. That's the kind of pastor that I want to be. Make people come to church. I just don't know if it's going to be in Nigeria or America. I don't want to come and sit in Nigeria. I'm still dragging that with God. Do you understand? You don't care. It is bad. I'm telling you. Oh, goodness. When I was in charge of the women ministry in California, I will call people. You don't come to church. You will come to church now. Our church. You want to come to church. You want to come to the women's cannot think vigil. You want to come. You want to feel like, in fact, we will finish church and refuse to go home because you don't want to go home. You don't want to go home. You'll be like, what to do next week? America, we don't even have time. You don't want to leave church. You want to stay. You feel like, okay, this is home. Hey, John, now I am begging you. Somebody carrying jargons, trauma since childhood, and adults going through something. That is when they will be talking about you. Hey, counselor, and she's divorced. Me that I'm in pain, you still talking about me. Me that I'm in pain, you take my matter, they distribute around, you know? I should come to church and feel safe. I should come in church. You hug me and sometimes you hug I will hug people, they will just start crying. That tight hug, like, I got you. I got you. You don't even have to say anything. I got you. Just don't say nothing. I got you. I do what? I got you. Somebody sent me a message like, Dr. Why did you stop? Why did you stop that prophetic prayer we do every month? It is time. I have a lot going on in my life too, And sometimes, let me tell you the truth. Sometimes I just feel like they don't come. You will not come. I will be here screaming and shouting. You don't come. TikTok people they are even better. They don't know me on TikTok. They are even better. You Facebook people, honestly, sometimes I want to just deactivate my Facebook account. Like, me Oshimo. And God will wake me up like, go and check your messenger. Somebody sent you a message. And I'll be like, God, kilo day, send somebody. But Allah Magia, we're supposed to be a community. But please, I have a group on Facebook. I don't even know the last time I went there. Wala inoni, wicked people. Wicked people. We were a family. We were a family. I felt like that intimate issue was my life. Even my sister was making fun of me, like, people that you don't know. That's how we started the prayer now. That's how we started the prayer. And the rest of us that are still praying for 15 years, we're still there. We're praying. God is answering prayers. May the Lord touch you. I want to leave you with this thought. The abuse was part of your story. It does not have to be the end of your story. Do you understand? Your life is bigger than your trauma, and your future can be brighter than your past. Do you understand? He said, Mommy, don't deactivate. You may just wake up one day and you won't see me. And I'm very, very busy. I'm very, 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 very busy. And I'm enjoying this pain clinic that I'm doing. People come in, with the touch of God, they feel better. That is what it's supposed to be. That's what it was supposed to be. That was what I was doing on Facebook, You bait me down too much on this Facebook. Ọlọ́run ò gbọ́dọ̀ fìyà jẹ gbogbo àwọn tí ó di ọ̀tẹ̀. But it is well. I want to pray and I will go. Maybe my pregnant woman is here. I do prenatal massage for pregnant women and postpartum massage. It helps a lot. If you're pregnant, go get massage. Some things I don't want to tell you in Nigeria because you won't get that help. But you know what? It helps. It helps. It helps. It even helps in childbirth. It helps them. I have some pregnant women that comes here. It helps a lot. So if you are able to get that right therapist, you're good to go. Okay. If you're going through any kind of pain in your body inside, massage can help. It helps release, it helps relieve pain. It helps release tension. Okay. May God bless us. Father, we thank you. I just want to close. The abuse is part of your story, but can't be the end of it. You have a brighter future. Go get help. Father, we thank you. Thank you for being close to the brokenhearted like me and to anyone that is watching me. We pray that you will strengthen these survivors. Oh God, restore hope where hope has faded. Some people are hopeless. God, you can restore the hope. Bring healing to minds, bring healing to bodies, touch their bodies right now in the name of Jesus. Bring healings to relationships, bring healings to marriage, bring healings to every heart listening to me right now. Whatever your own trauma, whatever your sadness, depression, whatever your tension, whatever is going on in your head, in your life, I pray that the Lord will touch you, body, soul, and spirit. Father, I pray that you will raise people who will protect children. Parents will protect their children. Teachers will protect their children. Adults that will make themselves a safe place for children to come to run to support. I pray you will support survivors and stand for truth with compassion in the name of Jesus. May healing continue from one generation to the next. However you have been failed, I pray that the Lord will come and restore hope in the name of Jesus. Give me a minute. Okay, sit in the hallway. I'll get you now. I pray that the Lord will help you. And I pray in Jesus' mighty name, amen. And I pray that our conversation tonight or my talk tonight, my patient is here, will encourage you. Please share this. You don't know who this may help. Please go ahead and share this. You just don't know. Sometimes people will call me like, I saw your video. And this will expire in 30 days. My YouTube will be ready soon. I just need to work on it. It's there. I have a YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, some of the videos that Otumba recorded, some of the videos he's talking about that we did in 2017. 2017 was the year we recorded. Some of them are still there. Some of them are still there. One of those ladies eventually died. One of those ladies that we rescued, domestic violence, when you go back to your abusers. And some, even they left, the trauma is still there. And I think it was the trauma that killed that lady. It was the trauma that killed her because she left that man. It was the trauma that killed that lady. Okay? So may the Lord help us. You never know who is silently waiting for a video like this. You don't know who is silently waiting for a permission to believe that healing is possible. Please, let's keep building a culture where children are protected. I'm very passionate about this. Let's continue to build a culture where survivors are supported. Don't shut people down. Don't help them to close their mouth. Allow people to talk. Allow people to vent. Allow people to speak out and to speak up. I pray that every community that we choose will be supportive enough to help us, even in our life, everyday life and activities. Communities, please, church, whoever, as a community, let's just gather and help one another. It is very, very important. It's not about coming to church and singing. No, some people are singing in pain. They're singing with pain. I remember when I was a choir director, when I hold that microphone, that is when I'm telling God my pain. That was the moment. It would be like, oh, worship was powerful. Yeah, when people are ministering with pain or in pain, it is powerful because it's coming from a deep place. It's coming from a deep place. And this is the quote for this week. Trauma may explain part of your story, but it does not define your destiny. Healing is not about erasing the past. It is about reclaiming your future. Let me read it again. Trauma may explain part of your story, but it does not define your destiny. Healing is not about erasing the past. It is about reclaiming your future. I'm going to repeat it the third time. Trauma may explain part of your story, but it does not define your destiny. Healing is not about erasing the past. It is about reclaiming your future. Reclaim your future. My whatever broke me, I stood up. I said, "No, you will not kill me. I am reclaiming my future. I am becoming." And I'm glad I did that for myself. May the Lord help you. May the Lord touch you. My name is Dr. Olubusololuwa Feromi. If you're watching me for the first time, or you just jam me right here. Trauma may explain part of your story, but does not define your destiny. May the Lord touch you. May the Lord heal you. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Please go ahead and share this. Somebody is waiting to hear this. I don't know what's going to happen next week, but I'll be here. If I can't come, I'll post something because I need my summer. I need the rest of my summer. But I think I'm still going to come next week. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord touch you in Jesus' name. So, this Friday, I think I'm gonna close late, so I don't think I'm gonna do the Friday TikTok. This summer, you get a CB, okay? I love you all. God bless you. Thank you for joining me. Enidani Konwa. I love you. God bless you. Thank you, Fabulous. I love you too. Mwah, 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 mwah.